Here's a funky podcast today. Why don't you come on down and say hooray? Play it forward, yeah. With Mug Swamp and a Duke, yeah. Press the play button and you never will forget. Hey, welcome back to the Play It Forward podcast.
So funky, you better call your mama. Whatever that means.
That's for sure.
Or your dad, because it's Father's Day.
Uh-huh. Make sure to wish him a happy Father's Day, and
unless he's dead like my dad, then you can't.
Right.
Oh, that soured the mood immediately.
Oh, damn it. Want to start over? No, I'm just kidding.
We never start over. One Take Jones, that's what they call us.
Yep. They got both of us.
Both of us together, we're One Take Jones.
We're each one Joan.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway.
We're the Jones together.
Yes. we got a game for y'all and a guest, and then later, you know, the same thing as always.
Yes, the thing that we do normally on other times that we did it is what we're doing this time, just kind of different a little bit.
Nice.
Yes. So
yeah, the guest is going to be JustVan.
Yeah, later on the guest is going to be JustVan, just him.
The later's
JustVan, and then now we're just going to play a ripoff of Categories.
Right.
Which, if you don't know what that is, basically you get 12 categories where you need to come up with a word that matches the letter that you roll on a dice. Say, for example, you roll the dice, comes up with a F, then you got to come up with words that start with F that fit those categories. For example, some of the things could be something that's white, something that's black, basketball players, athletes, actors, all that stuff. We did it based on Minecraft and Let's Playing, YouTube, all that stuff. And we did 2 rounds of 6 instead of 12 with different letters. Each category is the same in each round. So we have the same 6 categories. We just did it twice. So the first one is Minecraft Let's Players. We'll just go through them one by one, and we'll add up the points. You get 1 point if you get it right, if it's an actual thing, if it exists and starts with the letter that we go with. But if we both have the same thing, then neither of us gets a point. If you miss it, of course, you don't get a point. And if you have more than one word in it, like say, for example, Minecraft Let's Players, if you had Good Guy Gamer or something, that would be 3G, so you'd get 3G Internet. No, I mean, you get 3 points.
Yep.
And so, yeah, let's go ahead and start off with that. Minecraft Let's Players, who wants to reveal their answer first?
Well, first, I was thinking we need to name it. We can't rip off Categories, so we need to come up with, like, a bad pun for the game. You know, like they do with the Minecraft mods, where it's like they stretch it so much just so they can fit a pun in there.
Okay, how about Poopergories instead of scat?
Yeah, because that has a lot to do with Minecraft.
Yeah.
Poopcraft.
Well, there's a mod.
We'll get to that later.
Okay. Craftergories.
Creepergories.
Creepergories. Creeper crafties.
Creeper crafties. That's the one.
Scatter crafties.
Fatter piggies.
There you go.
All right. So the first letter we had with fatter piggies was G.
Yes.
So I guess we'll just go back and forth down the list.
Yeah, we'll just go through the G's first, and then we'll go through the next letter.
Okay.
We'll take turns each saying our thing first, I guess. I don't know. Or, I mean, we'll switch off. So do you want to go first, or should I go first?
You can go.
Okay, so for G, we had Minecraft Let's Players. I came up with a guy that we know, Gaming Tater Tot, but I didn't know if that was the name of his channel or not. I mean, let me look it up, because he has like 10 million different things. It's like Gaming Tater Tot Gaming, and his channel, yes, it is Gaming Tater Tot. So,
nice.
Yeah, got a point there.
Get the point. Mine was the obvious choice, generic B, because I knew you were going to try to pick something else, and I couldn't come up with anything else. Yeah,
I came up originally with Good.
Oh, right.
I didn't think of him at first, and then I was like, I don't know. Because the thing is, you want to try to not guess what the other person's going to guess, so that you both get a point, you know, or you get a point and they don't. So yeah, so we're 1-1 now, and then I guess we'll go on to the next one, and this is, the category is game modes / mini games / maps, so that could be any game mode in Minecraft, like ultra hardcore or something like that. Mini game, anything that you find like on a server, or any kind of map that you can download and play, like the Vex maps. And this is still G. And what I got for G was, I'm pretty sure this is a game. I think I've seen some people play it recently, and it's called Gold Rush. Is that a real thing?
I don't know.
Let me see. Search. Yep. Minecraft minigame. Gold Rush. Yep. I was right.
Nice.
So I got a. And you got.
I had game mode 1.
Game mode 1. I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, the thing is game modes. That could be the answer, no matter what.
I was trying to be clever, but I don't know. I was running out of time, so
there you go. This one was pretty easy. The next one, and it is things in Minecraft. Anything inside of Minecraft. So that could be blocks, items, mobs, anything. And I came up with, because I could have just did gold ingot or something like that, gold block. So I just picked golden helmet, hoping that you wouldn't pick the same thing.
Right. I did green wool.
Green wool. There you go. So we both got a point on that one. We're tied up 3-3.
Okay.
And now this one's going to be tough for you, probably. This is the Minecraft mods category. And for this one, at first I was going to go with Galacticraft, but then I switched it up and went with Growthcraft. I wasn't sure that was a mod exactly, but I looked it up just before we started recording here. And yes, it was. So I got a point on that one.
Yeah, I just wrote gun mod.
Gun mod.
Minecraft gun mod. I know it's Forello's gun mod. There it is.
And nope, that starts with an F.
Well, it's gun mod. Guns mod.
Nope, that's cheating.
Oh my god.
I don't know. I'll give you the point, I guess.
It's up to you. If you don't want to give me the point, you don't have to give me the point.
But I'll give you the point. The fans, they can post and they can make the decision whether they want to give you the point or not.
Okay, yeah.
And okay, for the next one, this one's kind of a cheesy, easy one. And for this category, it's Let's Player terms. So that could be anything that involves like recording or software or YouTube or pretty much anything like websites, Twitch, anything. And for G, I put group recording.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll give you that. Mine was a little bit of a stretch for Let's Players, but I don't know. How many times are you like Let's Playing and you need to like look up a crafting recipe or like mob mechanics? I put Gamepedia because that's the name of the Minecraft Wikipedia. So, I don't know.
I say no.
Ah, fine. Whatever.
I say it shouldn't count. So you're down. You're down by 1 point. And I think this is an indie game because the next category is indie games. This is your specialty. It's my special F because I'll probably fail at it. But I put Godus because I think, or Goddess, however you say it.
Wow.
Is that an indie game?
I was going to write that exact same one. It is an indie game.
It is? There you go.
I was going to write that one too because I have that game.
Mm-hmm.
And I just decided not to because I thought of Gary's Mod.
Oh, there you go. That's a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, so
you're still down by 1. That's the end of the first round. So the point total is 6-5 here. So, well, it should be 6-4, really, honestly. But there you go. So now the same categories, but with a different letter. We're going to go with P on this one. And I guess you could start off first this time.
All right. I had Pyro.
For Minecraft Let's Players. Yep.
For Minecraft Let's Player, yeah, Pyro.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that's a good one. That's a well-known one. You're going with the Minecrackers here. I went with someone that we know, PMS Proxy.
Oh, there you go.
And I believe that does count as 2 Ps, right?
Oh, come on. I didn't think of that.
Suck it. I didn't think of it now until I read it back. So there's 2 points for me. Now I'm like 3 points ahead of you. No, 2 points ahead of you. So now here we go. Next category.
Okay. For game modes, mini games, and maps, I did Point Runner.
Point Runner. I didn't do a specific like mini game or a game mode or a map, but I did a mini game server, and that's Play Minecraft. I don't know if you count that or not.
Yeah, no, that counts.
I think, yeah. I was thinking that should count. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, next category.
I tried really hard for this one, things in Minecraft, to get a double P, but I couldn't think of anything. I was trying to do Pulse something, but I just went with Pulse Limiter.
Okay. I ended up going with just basic pickaxe. So
right.
There you go.
I tried to stay away from that one.
Yeah. At first I thought of pig, but then I thought maybe you would think of that as well. Then I was just like, okay, pickaxe, because I was running out of time. The P's were taking like forever for me.
Yeah.
But here we go now. Next category.
For Minecraft mods, had to go with Pixelmon, the obvious one.
Oh, yeah, of course. I didn't even think of that. I couldn't think of it. And I was going to go with Poopcraft forever, just making it up and assuming it was a mod, which it is, obviously.
Yep, we looked it up. It turns out it actually is a mod.
Yep, you can craft stuff with poop. But I went with Project Red, which is a pretty well-known mod. It's a remake of the Red Power mod. So.
Too bad it wasn't Project Purple.
Yeah, I know, right? That would have been 2 Ps. Okay, now next category.
For LPR terms, I did Patreon. Thought it was pretty obvious.
Okay, there you go. I did something a little more specific and not as obvious. I went with private, like when you private a video on YouTube.
Uh-huh.
So are you going to count that or what?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. I couldn't think of anything.
Or private, yeah.
Public. I could have did public as well.
Pubic.
Pubic.
There we go.
Pubic craft.
Pubic. Oh, God. All right, I'm looking it up.
Is it real? Is Pubic Craft a mod?
Pubic Craft.
But is it 2 C's? That's the thing.
Public Craft. I can't find Pubic Craft.
Damn it. Someone make it. Oh, there's a Pubic Craft something here. Yeah, server. There's a Pubic Craft server.
Pubic Craft server. Oh.
With 1 C.
Oh, yeah, there it is. Wow.
There's also pubicraft.net.
But I think that's supposed to be like Pubicraft or something.
What could it be? It's pubic.
Well, the way they spell it's like P-U-B-I capital C-R-A-F-T.
How could they not know
that
it's pubic?
Yeah, pubic raft.
Pubic raft, yeah. Exactly.
Oh, God.
That would be, that's a hairy situation to be in right there.
Yeah.
Whew,
sticky
okay.
one, maybe.
Sticky one. Oh, God.
Okay. And wait, yeah, okay, you did yours. And finally, for indie games, this one was easy for me, Psychonauts.
Oh, yeah, of course, obviously. I just made something up. I don't know if it's real, but I just said Paladin. Is that an indie game?
Wow, I have no idea. Paladin game.
Indie game.
Paladin Studios.
Paladin
I know Paladin Studios. Yeah, they're big.
Let's see. Indie games, AAA, Paladin, something.
Congregate.
Nothing.
Momunga Paintball Adventures. Pinball Adventures.
Paladin Inquisitor Gaming, Indie Gaming Monday, 8/20. What is this? Okay, yeah, I think it's just a role-playing, like, pen and paper game.
Yeah,
not sure.
game. Yeah, I think so, too.
Although, if you go on Wikipedia, you see Paladin role-playing game. It does say genre indie, so...
I'm not going to count it.
Okay, you still lose anyway.
Yep.
Let's count up the total points here. I got 6 on the first one, and I got 6 on the second one because I got the double, even though I lost. So I got 12 points total. And
I got 11?
Yeah.
Yep, okay.
There you go. So I am the winner, and you're the loser.
Well.
And
glad
so
you framed it that way.
You must be subjected to popsicle stick jokes.
Oh, God.
I was talking to Mog before the podcast about how terrible popsicle stick jokes have gotten. Because, I mean, they've always been crappy, right? They've always been dumb, cheesy, like kiddie jokes.
Poopsicle.
But at least... Poopsicle jokes, yeah.
Yep.
But at least they sort of made sense. Like, they would throw in, like, the old stuff, too. Like, why did the chicken cross the road to get to the other side? Why did the guy throw his clock out the window? He wanted to see time fly. See, those are dumb, but at least they make sense. But, like, the ones now I saw, they don't even make sense. Like, this one... Okay, for example, this one was, why did Melanie eat an... no, wait. I don't want to mess it up here. How did Melanie improve her hearing? That's what it was.
Right.
And, of course, they have to name a person to make it seem more realistic. They can't just be like, why did the girl do this or that? They have to name a person for some reason.
Uh-huh.
Like, how did Melanie improve her hearing? She ate an ear of corn. Like, what the hell? How is that a joke? And how does that even make sense? So, apparently, eating ears helps your hearing. So, if I eat eyeballs, can I see any better? Like, it's ridiculous. Like I said, a joke that wouldn't be funny, but at least it would make sense would be how did Jeremy improve his sight? He ate a carrot. Like, at least it makes sense.
I liked your dog one.
The dog one, yeah. I was like, why did Spike the dog laugh? Because he ate a funny bone.
Yeah, it's like
it's stupid. It doesn't even make sense. Like, why did Jeffrey Dahmer go to prison? He ate a head of lettuce. You know? So there you go. It's ridiculous.
I like your one about the whiskers.
Oh yeah, that was another one that I found on a popsicle stick as well. It was like, it's like, why did Whiskers lay down or whatever to take a cat nap? I'm like, how is that a joke? Okay, so Whiskers the cat, right? Of course he's gonna take a cat nap. That's not even a joke. That's stupid. Like,
that's just a reality.
I know, right? It's
like those anti-jokes, you know?
Yeah.
Why did Joey eat a pizza? Because he was hungry.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's what it is.
Why did Katie eat some ice cream? Because she wanted it.
Yeah, exactly, right?
I liked your argument. Like, whiskers are attached to an animal.
Yeah, the whiskers are attached to an animal, so if you're saying, like, there's some kind of double meaning to it, like, whiskers don't lay down on their own and they don't take cat naps on their own. Like, who have you ever seen a cat just like, okay, I'm gonna lay my whiskers down? I mean, they don't really.
Yeah, he just turns his head and brushes his whiskers against the ground.
Yeah,
they're getting too heavy for him.
I don't understand it at all, and that's how they are too. Like everything, they mention a name of someone to make it seem like it's more a reality.
Yeah, more relatable, or like, you know, they'll put like Juan and like different ones. They gotta meet their racial quotas.
Oh man, it's ridiculous. I don't know. They need to hire me or my brother or something, because like I came up with some that at least would be decent, you know, like the old joke that I mentioned before about why the guy threw his clock out the window. He wanted to see time fly. Well, the one I came up with was why the chef throw his spice rack out the window, because he wanted to see time fly. Of course, the spice. And the other one was my brother came up with was why did the chicken cross the playground to get to the other slide? So
here, I could help you with your joke. It would be like, why did this chef put some spices on the pan? He wanted to see time fry. There you go.
There you go.
Multiple levels of jokes.
Or if we want to devolve them to make them fit on the popsicle sticks of today,
right?
We could be like, why did Chef Gordon Ramsay eat all the spices off of his rack? Because he needed some extra time.
Because he was peppered with customers.
He was peppered. There you go. Why did Chef Gordon Ramsay go to the grocery store? Because he was running out of time.
He didn't want to get assaulted.
You don't want to get assaulted, yeah.
No, Chef Gordon Ramsay's way too white. You need to do like, why did Xiao Fin Yang, like something you can't even pronounce. Where did Jamal get his reading glasses? Like, I don't know. You can almost just come up with a random question and then come up with a joke to fit it. You know?
Exactly, right.
Where did Jamal get his reading glasses? Jamal. The mall. At Jamal.
At Jamal.
See what I mean? You could just come up with an answer for a random question.
Mm.
All right. Well, I think that's enough chuckling for now. We gotta get on to the interview with JustVan.
Mm-hmm.
Why did JustVan go on the PlayItForward podcast?
Because he wanted to see the other side of the road.
He was just Juan. I don't know.
Oh man. If you guys have any of your own popsicle stick jokes, put them in the comments below.
Yeah, we would love to read your corny popsicle stick jokes. Your ear of corny popsicle stick jokes.
Well, we'll rate them on a scale of bombs to big sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, thank you for listening to this horrible section and on to the good part.
We definitely appreciate the good humor. And so now it is time for the interview with JustVan, no one else, just him.
JustVan.
Hey, yeah, welcome to the podcast.
So have fun talking to yourself. We're gonna check out now, and
Yeah, we're gonna check out.
Be back in about an hour.
Okay.
We're gonna go to the beach, actually.
Okay. Have fun. Don't buy any houses while you're out there.
We were just talking about the beach. I could sell your secret right now on the podcast. Your secret private beach.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Sell the directions.
Yeah. If you want the directions to this amazing beach in Southern California, PM me $5. I'll give you the answer.
The further you're away, the more it costs.
Make it a perk for your patrons.
Right.
Patreon.
Donate $5 a month, and I will tell you how to go to a beach in California.
Yeah.
Private beach.
But I live in Europe. Too bad.
Too bad.
You can still know where it is.
Yeah, that's exclusive info.
Mhm.
You could
can
resell the
it.
info.
Yeah, exactly.
for like $250, but
Yeah.
each month.
It's like you're a wholesaler. You're wholesaling this information to people, then they can retail it.
This is
That's how it
terrible.
goes.
Google Maps is a big competitor.
Dang you, Google Maps.
So,
Bastards.
so first things first. This is JustVan, and
Yep, just him.
where can we find your channel?
It's Vaughn Ryder LP. I should have gotten just.
That's it. You just type that in. That's nothing else. Not YouTube.com.
Nope,
nothing.
nope, just Vaughn Ryder LP.
No HTTP.
Actually, VaughnRyderLP.com is my website, so that would help.
Nice.
Got it
How many
registered.
unicorns are on it?
Just one, I believe.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
Okay.
Cool.
So,
They're kind of territorial animals. You can't really have more than one.
Oh, yeah, of course.
really, I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't aware.
Yeah.
We'll just poke each other's eyes out if they get too
Yeah.
close, so that's what you got to be careful about that.
Yep, very territorial.
Yeah.
Or they'll pee on everything. God. Have you ever tried to get unicorn pee out of like clothes? It's the worst.
Actually, I did. I used to be a dry cleaner. We would get those in all the time.
Oh wow.
Unicorn pee. It's a thing in Southern California. Don't question it, Mog.
Probably. It
Oh,
was probably.
I'm sure. They sparkle, right?
Mm-hmm.
I always assumed
Just
it
like
was just from
vampires.
like glitter throw up from clubs or something.
Oh yeah.
The pee doesn't-
sometimes it is.
Oh my god.
Anyway, sorry. What?
Oh, I was just gonna say, people should remember you, hopefully, from my channel.
No,
or-
no one remembers him.
You're pretty forgettable.
I know. It's nothing distinguishable about me. I'm very plain and drab.
No, what about the shirts, dude? That's your
Yeah,
trademark.
That's the shirts are your thing, man.
I was being sarcastic. Yes, I have shirts.
Do you still have the beard?
What beard? I've never had
The
You had a
Movember beard from like
Movember.
yeah, like
Oh God!
a year
Like,
ago.
Yeah, for Movember, I grew a beard that was like the most pathetic thing that had ever.
I still have my beard. I grew it for Movember and just never went away.
Oh
I thought
wow!
you shaved it though when you went on the cruise.
I did, but it grew right back.
Okay, so then you lied. It's not the same beard. It's a
Okay,
new beard.
That's true. All right.
Damn liar. I have my beard that I haven't shaved all the way off in like years now.
Yeah.
My girlfriend won't even let me do it. Like I used to like change between stuff all the time, and now I have to keep the beard, so I'm stuck with it.
I have a
forever.
little scruff, but I can't. If I grew a beard, it'd be all patchy and sad. So.
Patch, another ex-Red Cube member.
Yep.
Yep.
So
And he's
yeah,
also-
that's
got
where
patchy
people
all
would
over my
remember
face.
you
Yeah, from Red Cubed.
from
I
Red
was-
Cubed. That's how we got to know each other, and same with you and ADG.
Like the corner of my mind.
Beautiful.
Slap.
Wow.
Sorry.
Very
sorry.
nice. So what have you been up to since the fall of Red Cubed?
The fall of Red Cube.
The fall of the Red Cubed Empire.
The winter of Red Cubed.
Winter of our Red Cube
Winter came and it
discontent.
crushed. Well,
no, winter left in it.
There you go. How poetic.
that's very true, actually.
Oh.
Well, before Red Cube died, I joined the Pixelmon server, Pixel League.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Pixel.
That has helped my channel a lot, and that was actually around before Red Cube ended, but obviously it kind of became my main series after Red Cube died because it was all I had.
And hence the
And-
2,073 episodes.
Yeah.
Which episode are you actually on?
129, I believe. I just.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
That's awesome.
Do you have
I've
more
been-
than anyone else on that server?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wow, it's crazy.
Is it your server?
No,
Who's
I-
making it is?
I have a daily series, and most people record. I think Beef probably has the second most amount of people, or most videos, and
Yeah.
he was like every other day, and then he's kind of tapered off. We're planning on resetting the server pretty soon.
Whose
So-
server is it?
The Pixel League server. It's owned by Terrace.
Oh, gotcha.
I am
But
Terrace.
didn't he kind of quit YouTube or
He did, but he's still running it, and then he came back recently. So
Gotcha. I wasn't sure.
Yeah, I think he was playing on it, and then he hasn't played on it in a while, and then I don't know.
he
It's kind of
recently came back. He had
Oh, yeah?
some health issues that popped up, so
Gotcha.
he took a little bit of a break. But he wasn't gonna like shut down the server because other people were using it, you know.
Yeah, of course.
And we've had a lot of people who like lost interest after a week or two, so we're gonna like remove some people, add some people, shuffle the roster, add some mods, and then
Add some mogs.
add some mods,
Some hogs, there you go.
and then add some additional like things to it to keep it kind of interesting. And then Pixelmon is also getting updated.
Yeah.
So you're
We're
gonna add
actually waiting-
more mods? I always just thought it was just the Pixelmon mod.
We're gonna add some mods for our server, not just to make it more interesting, like carpenter blocks and things.
Gotcha.
Just more
Yeah.
fun for us.
Mhm.
And so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
Make
But
it
a
like
lot of
little
people
bit of a
aren't.
mod pack.
Say that again.
Kind of like making a little bit of a mod pack. For
Yeah,
it. That's
yeah, a
kind
little
of what
bit.
I did with the single
Stuff that would be
series.
complementary to Pixelmon. I think we're gonna add like biomes aplenty and stuff.
Right.
Oh, nice.
I'm not 100% sure because I'm not on the decision making team, but I know we've talked about stuff like that just to keep it fresher.
Chris.
But unfortunately, it means that like we're probably still a month out. We're waiting for Pixelmon to update before we reset the map, and a lot of people are like not playing now because they don't want to do stuff that's just going to
Yeah.
get erased. And so it,
Deja vu.
yeah, I've been there before.
Yeah, we
So-
all have.
Just throw a bunch of withers out there on the server.
But in addition to Pixelmon, I also started a Life in the Woods server.
Oh yeah,
And-
nice.
That's
A
been,
server, really?
Yeah, I've
Oh, I
got a
didn't know that.
server. Yeah, so it's got a couple cool people on it, and
I actually saw it. I thought it was just a single player series.
no, it's a server, and it's okay. I mean, I'm enjoying it. We started on like a snow island, and it's kind of difficult because we're playing on the Hungry Mod version as well, which makes you
Yeah.
super hungry and makes things grow really, really slowly. And so it's taken a while to kind of to get what you would normally get in like a day in regular Minecraft. You know, you're like starving to death every 5 minutes. So it's taken a little while to get on our feet. And then it's like I want to have like a little city on the little snow island, but I also want to like leave and go and build like a proper base somewhere. So I think it's going a little slow, but some people are really enjoying it. Yeah. It's nice to have
That's cool.
building series, so I like to build.
So, is it just those two series, or
Well, those are my two servers. I'm also doing
the two main ones?
Right, I'm doing Captive Minecraft, which I thought would be like a 3-part episode series. And
Yeah.
I'm like episode 15 now or something.
Is that,
but
is
I'm-
that the one where you only get a few chunks or something? I've heard of it.
it uses the world border, and every time you get an achievement, like making upgraded tools or something, the world border expands by half a block.
Oh, okay.
And it's a custom map, so it's designed so that it's very difficult in places, but designed to be challenging and fun. And I think the end goal is to get all of the achievements. You did that, right, too, Adulget?
Yeah, I didn't finish it up, but it's pretty much like as you go on and you get more room, you can achieve other achievements, and it's just kind of try to get whatever is possible. I think there's some that are impossible just based on the limits.
There's only one that's impossible, which is the rail one.
Yeah,
Right.
I think that was the only one. But yeah, it's pretty.
Are
cool.
you still doing yours?
I haven't done an episode in a while because I have to kill the wither, and I died, and it's going to be really hard to kill him without getting
That's
like
where I am right
good
now.
tools and stuff. So I didn't have the time or the desire to grind with it, so I haven't
Yep.
done it since.
That's exactly where I am in my episode right now, where I'm like, okay, guys, I guess let's see how much more time can I kill before I end this episode so we can do it next episode.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it.
All right, guys. See you next episode. Game mode 1.
I've never killed the wither by myself before. It's really scary. I'm actually going to make I even told him, I was like, I'm going to make a backup of the world, and I'm going to launch it, and if I die, I am going to reload the old version and do it again, because
Should have done that.
you should have, because I'm just like, there's just no way that I can do this otherwise.
That
I
reminds me
tried
of,
to do the whole trick where you push him into the bedrock and the
Right.
top of there, but it didn't work right because I didn't
yeah.
do it exactly right.
The
Well-
same thing happened to me on my flat world once. I tried to push him into the bedrock, and I didn't do it right, and so I died. and then I got I had a backup. So every time but the backup was after he had gotten loose, right?
Oh no.
So I would load the backup, try and get my stuff without dying, and if I did it, I would save that as a new backup, and then I would try and hide somewhere and then save that, and eventually I had like 20 backups as I was getting closer and closer to killing him and escaping.
Wow.
Because he made like a giant crater in the roof of the Nether. It was a nightmare.
Yeah, there's like I watched the tutorial on how to suffocate him, and you have to do it in a specific combination of bedrock blocks. And in the amount of blocks that we are allotted in the captive Minecraft, there's not that perfect configuration.
Oh, really?
So that's why it's not going to work. Now, I've done a couple test runs, and I have managed to kill him, but every time I've done it, it's the Wither Star has like fallen outside of the world border.
Ah, damn, that sucks.
And so I haven't been able to get that achievement, and so I'm gonna have to do a couple more tests. But I'm hopeful because I've got some decent gear now, and if I can get like a combination of suffocation and my Smite Force sword and the Notch Apple and this bow that I have, maybe if I'm really lucky, we'll see. Watch the episode and find out.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. We will
And
see.
then I've got like other series like the Scribblenauts and Fallout
3.
Right.
Don't watch those. No, Scribblenauts is good. Fallout 3. That game frustrates me so much. Let's not talk about.
Is it just 3 or is it New Vegas?
It's just 3.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
The people told me like play Fallout 3 and then play Fallout Vegas, and I'm like, I don't know that I'm ever gonna get to Vegas.
Yeah, I never did, but Fallout 3 was really fun.
Both of those are two of my favorite games of all time. Probably my favorite before I started playing Minecraft. The thing with Fallout 3 is it's kind of unpolished compared to New Vegas. But in New Vegas, it's like the scenery and the whole theme of it is kind of bland compared to Fallout 3. Like, for example, in Fallout 3, they have these random occurrences that you could come across, like maybe there's a spaceship crash or something like that.
Right.
They don't even have those in New Vegas, so a lot of times you wander around through the desert and just there's nothing. So
Yeah, that's too bad.
Now, at what point does Fallout become fun?
I liked it. I liked it almost right away. You have to get past like, my tactic was honestly just running past all the enemies and getting lucky. And then
Oh, you can get lucky in this game, huh?
yeah, and then eventually I got stuff. I don't know, because I remember it was frustrating when I started out.
I guess it depends on what you like in video games. Just like, even though I love Fallout 3, if you play it again, doing that whole vault thing before you get out is like really tedious and boring and annoying. But beyond that, once you realize that you don't have to keep doing exactly what they tell you to do in the same order and kind of just go off and do your own thing. But what I had fun really with was when I started getting to some spots where I just had no ammo, nothing, and I just had to try to figure out a way to get past people, like you said, and look for materials and try to hide. And then that for me was fun because I've always liked that survival aspect.
I really like the part of the game. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's like these weird. There's like a weird cult somewhere. That was like my favorite part. You can go talk to them. It's like it's a side story. I'm pretty sure. Like you don't even have to do it in the main story. But they're like this vampire cult or something.
Yeah.
It was stuff like that.
There's a lot of cool weird things. There's like a lot of references to stuff. There's like Monty Python references. There's a lot of good stuff in the game once you get into it. It's just I don't know. It depends because you're not really building anything, so I don't know.
Well, everyone that I've talked to has been like, "This is my favorite game ever. I'm so excited that you're playing it," and then I'm like, "I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This sucked. I've just done the same thing 5 times in a row and died."
Yeah.
And so I'm like, when does it start getting fun? Because I really want to enjoy it. And
I don't know if I would have liked it if I had Let's Played it. That's
right, and that's the other thing. It's like all of your fails are on camera.
That's probably true because it's a lot of just trial and error when you play those games and you're not used to them.
Plus, everybody who's watching it has played it and is really good at it, and they're just like, "Oh my god, Vaughn!"
I feel like raging.
For example, I didn't even know how to access my Pip-Boy until episode 6.
Oh no.
So that definitely, just made me really behind.
I feel like raging is made so much worse when you're trying not to act like you're raging on camera.
Right, I
like
should've just
internally,
embraced
like if you're not raging on camera, internally there is just like a fiery purgatory.
Right.
Like you're just like, as soon as you turn the recording off, you're like, God damn it!
You feel your face get all hot and red.
Yeah.
Oh my
You
God,
could feel it. It's funny.
And you're already sweating because it's so hot in your Southern California house.
Oh, of course.
Oh no, it's hot here now too. So.
Yeah, you don't know real hot. Shut up.
Oh, it's hot. It was hot today. I have the burns to prove it.
Okay, Mr. Burns.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Burns. All right, so we've delayed for long enough. I think it's time we get into the questions.
Okay.
Oh, there's questions.
So we're gonna do rapid fire here. No,
We're gonna
Just
play
kidding.
Crossfire.
we could never
All right.
do that. Crossfire.
Crossfire!
All right.
You get caught up in the. Oh.
That's enough of that. So you're kind of like the convention guy a little bit.
The convention guy.
You're
I
a
mean-
conventional guy.
You're very conventional. We've met at a convention. Did you go to PAX East?
No.
Okay, I didn't think so. Because I didn't see you there. But
Hiding from you.
so the first
That's why
question,
I
I
was
guess.
like, oh, Mog's going. I can't go then.
Yeah,
You wore
I
a
spoiled
regular
it.
plain shirt.
Yeah, and I was blind to you. I couldn't see you.
Yeah.
What has been your favorite convention out of all the ones you attended, and how many have you been to in total, estimated?
Like in all of my existence?
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
just like
Even
not in.
before you were born.
Well, we can split it up into all of them and then Minecraft ones, I guess, or video
Well,
game ones.
Yeah, because I've been going to like conventions since 1996 is when I went to my very first convention.
Which
and-
was?
But that was Anime Expo in Anaheim,
cool.
California.
Nice.
I had my anime phase when I was in high school. And I was a cosplayer, so I did a lot of cosplaying. And the best way to wear your costumes, if you guys don't know what cosplaying is, it means you dress up like a character from a show or something.
No,
and-
believe me, I know.
Same here.
Well, for the viewers, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Are the listeners? Are they really
For the
viewers?
listening viewers.
Yes.
They're watching the red lines dance around on
Yes.
the screen.
So I did a lot of conventions back in the 90s and the early 2000s, up to like 5 to 10 a year. So I would say that I've probably gone to over 100 conventions in my life so far.
Man, that's crazy.
That's awesome.
With regards to YouTube, I would say I've probably been to maybe 10 or 15.
So like,
Yeah,
there's
still a good amount, too.
Minecon. You ever been to VidCon or?
I went to VidCon last year.
Nice.
I did PAX East last year. I did PAX Prime. I did PlayOnCon.
PlayOnCon. That's right.
Of course, MineCon.
Wow.
When are we gonna have a VonCon?
Yeah. Where's the VonCon?
You know, for like one of my birthdays way back when, I actually did have a VonCon.
It
It was just a birthday party, but you
was
know,
just Von though.
It was just
it was
fun.
just VonCon. But yeah, I didn't go to PAX East this year because my best friend was getting married on the same weekend.
Oh, pfft.
And I'm not going. I know. And I was best man, so it was like, I guess I have to go to this. And then I didn't go to. I'm not going to go to VidCon this year, which sucks because it's in Anaheim, which is like a 40-minute drive from where I live.
right.
But it's the same weekend as PlayOnCon, and I had already
Oh.
committed to that when they announced the dates for PlayOnCon or for VidCon. So,
Well, which
unfortunately,
would you rather go to?
you know, for me, conventions are all about my friends and hanging out with my friends and who's going to go to those conventions. So while VidCon is more of a convention where you could go and buy things and network and meet cool people and see neat, interesting panels, if none of my friends are going, I don't care as much.
Yeah.
So all of my friends are going to PlayOnCon. Well, not all of my friends, but most of my friends are going to PlayOnCon. And so even though that's like a tiny, tiny little convention in Alabama, you know, I would still rather go to that one because that's
Yeah.
where my friends are going to be. Now,
Well,
I wish
Vaughn,
my
if
friends were
all
going
of
to be
your
a bit.
friends went to the jump off a bridge con, would you?
No.
Okay.
It's in San Francisco, actually.
Oh God.
And I think the best con I've been to, that's hard to say. It's really hard to say. I really enjoyed PAX Prime last year. I ended up staying with Seth Bling at his apartment with Good and Pause.
Oh, he lives
Minecraft
near.
Yeah, he
PAX
lives in
Prime?
Seattle.
Nice.
And so that was really cool because even when the con was kind of over, like we were playing board games and hanging out at his apartment.
Right.
And there wasn't any risk of like the guy sleeping next door, like banging on the door, being like, "It's 2 in the morning, go to bed."
Right.
So that was kind of cool.
That's nice.
I enjoyed VidCon last year too. I didn't actually attend VidCon. I didn't have a ticket because they were sold out by the time I knew that they were going to go. But Pause, Good, and Generic B went to that, and Seth Bling, and Seth didn't share the hotel with us, but I stayed in the hotel with Generic, Good, and Pause, and so that was sort of a similar experience. And I had a car because I'm local, so I got to drive him around, and we went to Medieval Times together, and Seth was staying at the Broadband house. They had like rented a house, and so there was like a foosball table and like a ping pong table and like a kitchen where we could just stock it up with food. So it's just like, it wasn't even the convention that was fun. It was like hanging out with my friends that was fun.
Right.
You know? So that's why I'm like, I would rather go hang out with my friends versus the con. Obviously, a nice panel is nice, but
I mean, I'm the same way. I mean, I've only ever been to 2, so that's PAX East and Minecon. I wasn't even going to go to PAX East, but one of my friends from school was like, "Hey, I got tickets, $50." I was like, "Okay, I gotta go."
Wow.
So
now, where do you live, Mark?
Oh, I'm like in Massachusetts, Central Mass. So Boston's
so that's
like
pretty close.
Yeah, Boston's like maybe an hour in traffic. So
yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, so I was like a no-brainer. I was like, okay, yeah, I gotta go. Which it was fun too. It was funny because I went alone because
your friend's like, "Hey, let's go together," but now I'm gonna ditch you.
Well, the reason she was selling the ticket was because something came up. So I ended up going alone, and then I was gonna meet Fedrin and 2 Game there, but I didn't know where they were. So I walked in, and I was like all alone. I had no idea what I was doing. And I just like, the first person I saw literally in the entire convention was Seth Bling. I was like, oh. And it was, I had shown up just in time for their panel, like to get in line for their panel. And I was like, oh, well, I'll just follow them. Because I was like, I have no idea where I'm going. The place was huge. So, yeah.
Well, that sounds fun, though.
What's the furthest that you've traveled for a convention?
No, yeah, I actually looked this up. So I've gone to some pretty crazy conventions, and I didn't know which was the furthest. So I've been to Tokyo, Paris.
Okay. I was gonna say
Blackpool.
You know You know a little bit of Japanese, right?
Right.
Because of that one video, you and Nevers.
Yes.
You were there that night at Duelgate, I think, right? Wasn't that at Minecon?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a little Mexican bar or something.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
the Adobe Guias.
Oh God, you remember the name?
Wow. Probably because it's so similar to a Duelgate.
I wasn't much either, but yeah.
Adobe Guias, Duelgate. I can see.
It all
hey,
makes sense.
The Spanish translation.
But yeah, so I've been to a convention in Tokyo, I've been to a convention in Paris, and I've been to a convention in Blackpool. Which of those 3 do you think is the furthest from where I live in California?
Paris.
Paris.
Maybe. Yeah.
Paris is 5,620 miles from where I live. Tokyo is 5,517 miles. And Blackpool is 5,220 miles. So Paris it is.
Nice. Where is Blackpool?
It's in northern England. Oh. Or kind of central northern England.
Next to Liverpool and Kidney Pool.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, that's crazy though. Yeah, I've never been out of the country besides Canada for like 2 hours maybe.
Yeah.
Not even Mexico?
No, not even Mexico.
What's wrong with you, dude? You live like 20 minutes from the border.
I know. And I wish I lived further from the border.
So Paris was Minecon, right?
Yep.
And then Tokyo, was that like an anime thing or?
I was studying abroad for 7 weeks.
Really? Was she hot?
Say what?
I said, was she hot? Abroad.
Studying abroad. I get it.
He's a clever one. And that's what I'm going to be doing, art major.
Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I was there, and there's a big convention there in Tokyo called Comiket, which is completely unlike any convention in the United States. But since I was in the country for it, I went, and I had a bunch of friends who were going to be there, and so I went to that, and it was bizarre, but...
Was it, like, insane, or, like, how was it weird?
In Japan, they do this thing called doujinshi, which is... kind of like fanfic, but in comic book form. Does that make sense? So, if there's a Sailor Moon anime, and then they will make like the fanfic, but it's in a comic. And so at Comic-Con, the artists sell this, and this is like a really big thing. And so they were selling their doujinshi. And but it was like the biggest convention you could ever imagine. But it was like mostly selling like not real merchandise. It was like fake merchandise, and they also sold like fan art and like weird things. Like
that just sounds like it would be immediately shut down here.
right, exactly. And there might have been like other things there as well to see, but I didn't see them. I was only there for one day, and it was like a 3-day con, and it was so many people and so many lines, just unbelievable. And I had gotten like 4 hours of sleep, and it was crazy. And so I don't know, like I didn't go to Japan for that convention. I was in Japan and went to that convention because it was at the same time. So I don't know if that really counts, but I did. So it's like I didn't travel all of that way just for that convention, but I count.
Doesn't matter anyways because it wasn't the furthest one. So
yeah,
that's true. That's true. Paris is the one that wins, and I did go to Paris specifically for that convention.
Yeah,
it's weird the places that Minecraft has taken me.
Yeah,
right.
Well, you mentioned a few times that you like to hang out with your friends, and you mentioned a lot of the Mindcrackers. So we were just wondering, like, how'd you get to know them, and who do you think you relate to the most in terms of like how you record, like your YouTube style?
I met the Mindcrackers predominantly through the Minecraft subreddit, and I started watching Minecraft over 2 years ago. And it's funny because back then, I remember thinking, like, Paws is such a cool guy. Like, I really enjoy his personality. I bet we'd get along really well in person. But the guy's got, like, 10,000 subscribers. So if I ever, like, commented on one of his videos, he would never, ever see it because there's just so many comments on his videos. So I'm never going to be able to become his friend because that boat has passed. I should have met him 6 months ago. Lo and behold, now, we're pretty good friends. So I would say that I made comments on the Reddit. The Reddit was a lot smaller back then. But, if you make useful comments and actually, like, address things without being, like, too fanboy or too flamey, like, they'll generally read them and appreciate them.
Yeah.
And so Good especially, I knew me from the Reddit. And then I was, like, thinking about going to Minecon, and I was like, hey, look, if I go to Minecon in Paris, if I go all the way to Paris, I don't want to just sit on a panel and that's the only interaction that I get with you. I'm not asking you guys to, like, invite me over to your house, but can I be assured that, like, there's going to be some opportunity to hang out outside of the panel? And they were like, oh, yeah, for sure. So the whole reason we're going is to meet the fans. So I went, and then it just so happened that I got along really well in person with a couple of the guys, and it probably helps that I'm the same age as Good and, a lot of the older guys, and so we all just hung out, and I didn't get along with everybody, but I got along pretty well with everyone, or became really good friends with some of them. And just, luckily happened to live in a state where I can travel to a lot of conventions and, have a similar personality.
Yeah, because I remember when I first heard of you, I didn't really know much about you until Red Cubes, but I remember just hearing you through, like, Good and stuff, just mentioning you every once in a while. I don't even know exactly how. I just remember the name JustVan.
Well, were you on the fan server?
I joined Vintage Beast fan server.
Okay, I knew you were, like, had something, because it was the same thing with me. I didn't know you until you were added to Red Cubed either, and back when you were added, that was still kind of the point where I didn't really go on Red Cube too often. It was kind of later where I really was active on there, so I was never, like, really sure who you were until you joined. And I had sort of the same experience because I've been on the Minecraft subreddit. Or I used to go on there a lot back then, so I had seen you around too.
Yeah, I mean, it was just kind of like my name was here or there occasionally. Yeah. And I did a lot of, like, convention recaps and, like, stuff that people would watch just kind of as, like, what happened at the convention, because a lot of times I ended up going and doing things with the Mindcrackers that they weren't recording or filming, but I was, because, like, they were on stage or something, or they were signing autographs, but I was just filming. So,
and then you can sort of live vicariously through the videos, if you're feeling sad you didn't get to go to the convention.
Exactly.
I know I probably watched a few of your videos from Paris or something because I was sad I didn't get to go.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was
wasn't it you that posted the video, like, basically the first video of Nebris?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
my
see, I
most
remember
watched
watching
video
that.
of all time.
Yeah, I remember
Exactly.
watching that, and at first I didn't think back and realize that it was you later on. I was like, oh wow, that was his video. Okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are like, we totally want you to go to these conventions just so that we can experience, because if like you didn't do it, then we wouldn't have anything.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Mm-hmm, exactly. Yeah.
Which is really nice because, especially like with something like Minecon, where it's not, I couldn't go. It's like I couldn't get tickets, you know.
Right.
And it's like
Right.
I could have gone, but I just couldn't get the tickets. So
Right.
yeah,
So it's nice to know that people appreciate that, and
Yeah.
of course I like doing it too. But then I feel guilty when I forget to record, because sometimes you
Okay.
just get stuck in the moment, or it just
Right.
doesn't feel appropriate. You feel too much like a fanboy or something.
that's how I am. I like, even on just like family vacations or vacations with friends, I like bring my camera along, but I just always forget to do anything with it. And
The
then
thing for me is that I love taking videos and photos of everything. Like my
Yeah.
Facebook has like 3,000 photos of me.
it depends what kind of
Selfies.
person you are, I guess, you know.
Right, and I am definitely like a camera person, like a ham. Is that what they call it? A
Camera ham.
camera ham?
Ham?
Yeah, cam ham. And so, like, yes, it's additionally awesome that I am recording this because I can put this on YouTube or whatever.
Uh-huh.
But like, even if you were like not going to be putting it on YouTube, I'd still want to record it,
Right.
because I just do. You know, that's just how I have my memories.
All right.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
funny
it's hard-
too how you mentioned just like leaving good like comments and the difference that makes. Because I was just thinking about that. Like, I don't know about you guys, but if you, I've noticed that a lot of the comments I make on videos, if I just like actually take the time to leave a comment, they always get thumbed up like really
Yep.
high.
Yeah. Same here.
And I think it's just because I'm not. I was never sure if it's like maybe people can see that I commented, like my fans can see it or something, or just that I left a comment that wasn't horrible. You know what I mean?
Right. I think it makes a huge difference that if you say it in a way that is intelligent and also true, that other people will say, yes, this person has said it better than I could. I will just
Yeah.
upvote this person. And I think that as a content creator, we really appreciate comments like that. You know, I didn't
Right,
understand
right.
it as much when I was doing it, but now that I'm older, you know, or now that I'm on the other side of it, I'm like, those comments are huge. Those
Right.
are my favorite comments to get, where I can see you didn't just say nice, or you didn't just say first, or you didn't just say great video, those are fine comments. But if somebody says, you know, I really wish that you'd use the Birchwood stairs because
Right.
the Oakwood stairs blend too much. And
Especially
by
when
the
you
way,
ask a question in the
Right.
video and no one ever answers your question.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? You're like, hey,
Right.
what do you guys think of this? And then the one person who consistently answers it, you're going to notice them, like, no matter
Right.
what. And no matter
And
how many comments you get.
one of the other things that I've noticed too, and it's just a fact of life, I think, of me being older than a lot of the viewers of Minecrackers or Minecraft videos in general, is if I make a comment to Good and he replies and says, thank you for your opinion, I don't go, oh my god, Good replied to me,
Yeah,
it's the
yeah,
best
yeah.
day ever. As
Yeah.
soon
Not
as you
like
do
Mock
that,
Swamp.
Yeah.
as soon as you do that, you've erected a barrier between yourself and that person, saying, I am a fan and you are my idol, and we can never be friends
Yeah,
because
we'll
of
never
that.
cross that boundary.
Right.
Exactly.
So as soon as you do, like, I understand why you do that, because you genuinely are excited that your favorite person has replied to you, but that person is going to go, wow, like, I can't talk to you like a normal person. We can't have a discussion because you're just going to be fanboying on me. And I was never starstruck in that way. I was very excited at times, but always like, these are just normal people. And I
Yeah.
think that's a huge difference about why we became friends.
Well, especially too, if you're also a content creator, it's all about having confidence in yourself and what you do, to where you value yourself almost on the same level as them. Maybe if it doesn't show up in terms of stats, but you don't want to
Right.
put yourself below anyone. Like, that's the
Right.
thing. You shouldn't bow down to anyone. And
Right.
And some people fall into that trap because they are big fans and that's why they started their channel. But if you want to be taken seriously, you got to realize you got to stand on your own. You know?
Right. Because
So.
One thing I've noticed from going to so many conventions and seeing the networking happening and stuff is you have to have a moderate amount of talent in order to be a Minecraft YouTuber. And this isn't for all of YouTube, but at least for Minecraft, you have to be good to some degree. But after you reach a level of competency, it's all about luck and who you know.
Yeah.
It's like if tomorrow Mog got on Minecraft, you know that overnight he would have 50,000 subscribers, having changed pretty much nothing, you know? And so that's a flaw in the system, you know? But at the same time, it's like it just goes to prove that you are as good as any other one else. Like, granted, there are some people who I think are more charismatic or more technologically minded or whatever, and that is reflected within their growth once they hit that level. You know, like Seth Bling obviously has more subscribers than Good because they're different kinds of people and they market themselves different ways, so on and so forth. So within that level, you're gonna grow or not grow, but in terms of like hitting that 50K or that 100K, I think it's just
it's
luck.
More who you know and where you
and
are.
Luck. Yeah, being in the right place at the right time. I don't know. I mean, I haven't figured it out myself yet, but
doing a lot better than us, though.
Yeah,
starting to understand. And I got on Pixelmon, and I mean, I did as much as I could to make that grow my channel.
Right.
But it's not like I was really doing anything different than I was doing before.
Exactly. You're just doing your best always.
Yep. And sometimes you get picked up for that, and sometimes you don't. And it's all about luck and networking and some tactics that I don't agree with, like brown nosing levels of things or selling out or whatever. Which
if does happen and has worked for some people in the past.
Oh yeah, and if there were certain things that I could do that would probably grow my channel that I won't do. You know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I mean that kind of brings us to the last question, where you've done like a lot of helpful work for these guys, specifically Minecraft, because you're always a helpful guy from what I've seen. You always volunteer to do things that other people maybe don't have the time to do or don't want to do. So how can you tell if you're being helpful or you're just being taken advantage of?
You know, I've actually...
I don't mean like in general. I mean just like in specific situations. Has there ever been a time where you felt like someone was trying to take advantage of your helpful nature?
I've actually had conversations with Good specifically about this, where he's said, I don't want to take advantage of you. And I'm like, I will let you know when you're taking advantage of me. And I've told him there have been times when I've said I won't do that, you know?
Well, and just the fact that he told you I don't want to take advantage of you, that's kind of like, okay,
it's a huge,
so...
right. And there have been times where I've been compensated for my help, which, you know, I'm not going to go publicly saying, oh, guess what, I got paid to do this or that or the other thing, but... You know, situations where I have been compensated, where obviously then I'm not being taken advantage of because they're giving me money or they're giving me some free ticket or something. You know, like it works out that way.
Right.
So,
which is good to see.
Yeah,
that they're willing to do that.
Oh yeah, and they're all. I mean, almost all of them are. That's one thing that I really like about Minecraft, especially within the Minecraft community, is their community and their policies and their beliefs and their inclusion of other people and the way that they treat their viewers and certain topics that I agree with, especially over other gaming communities. I think they're really unique within the gaming community. And so a lot of the reasons that I help is because I truly believe in what Minecraft especially is doing over any... It's like, yeah, they're a great server, and, you know, being associated with them is a good thing for my own channel, but the reason that I have chosen that group to be associated with as opposed to the B Team or Team Crafted or Sky or Captain Sparkles or whoever is because I believe in what Minecraft is trying to do.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, you can't take advantage of me because I'm volunteering, you know?
Yeah. Well, that's a good point, yeah.
You know, and as soon as, like I said, there have been times when I've said, no, I won't do that, or I'm done.
Yeah.
I've extended my level of willing to help go get someone else. And they're all very respectful of that. So, you know, that's an additional, you know, you want to keep coming back.
Right. I think it's just something to be careful of
for sure.
For a small channel especially, because...
For sure.
Yeah, you think you're helping out or you think something's reciprocal that's really not, you know?
Yeah, especially when it comes to doing like different things in terms of graphics or music. A lot of times that's where you see people getting taken advantage of, where they'll be like, okay, yeah, I'll take an intro from you, and then they never end up like giving anything back to the person. Maybe sometimes don't even really give credit to the person that did something for them.
That is absolutely true, and I do see it happen a lot. And be careful, Minecraft is pretty good. I haven't ever had any problems with them, but I have seen a lot of people in those communities who will use you or who don't have the same moral standards that other people do. So don't kiss butt, I guess, you know.
It's basically like I said before, like if this is what you really want to do and you want to be successful and you want to be on their level, then act like it. That doesn't mean be arrogant or anything, but just have your own self-respect of what you're willing to do and what you're not willing to do, and stand up for yourself. Don't let yourself be taken advantage of. Don't kiss ass. Don't bow down before anyone. Just do you. Just be yourself and put out there what you're all about in your videos and everything, and have confidence in that.
I mean, yeah, you can be ruthless without, playing dirty, essentially.
Right. I mean, it doesn't mean, like, for instance, if I'm going to do a collaboration with Vintage Beef, the guy is super busy. His time is technically more valuable than mine because he gets paid a lot more for his videos than I do for mine. Right. So if he has a window at 1 p.m. to record for 30 minutes, I will rearrange my schedule to fit his schedule. So I can't be like, oh, I'm sorry, 1 o'clock's not good for me, and since we're equal people, why don't you rearrange your schedule for me, or whatever. Like, I don't feel like that's taking advantage of me. That's like, he's got a window of time, I'm going to take this opportunity.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. With that, he's giving you an opportunity because he is a bigger channel. He's giving you the opportunity to reach more people. So he's already doing his part right there, just doing the video with you. So, of course, you can be flexible and try to fit into his schedule. It's just
well, that's just the way the world works. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That's not like the kind of thing we're talking about. We're kind of just talking about like when people have a specific task or something for you to do, and then it's just for their own benefit, and then you never see anything back from them.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to remember, though, like, for instance, something that I've been working on for I've done lots of things for a long time. I've done lots of things that have never seen the light of day because whatever reason, it got canceled, the person lost interest, it's got put on the back burner while something else is happening. So, like, I've been working on Vintage Beef's Play Minecraft Town for months, and it looks amazing, and he has asked us not to talk about it, not to show any pictures of it, not to record it, not to do anything. So, and for all I know, Play Minecraft could shut down tomorrow, and it would never see the light of day, and all of these hours that I've put into it would have been for nothing, right?
Yeah.
But what it has done is it's made Beef see that I am a reliable person that he can trust, that he can call upon to do a task for him and it'll get done, and that if he asks me not to do something, I will keep my word. So even if that never sees the light of day, I have gained something from it, and that is background trust, So...
Which, with networking, it's so much harder to get than when you're working, in real life with someone.
Right. So it works out. I mean, obviously, the amount of work that I've put into this town is not worth, like, just the pat on the head, Like, obviously, I wanted to go out and be seen and played and used and enjoyed, but there's still some benefit to be had from it. Plus, I leveled up my skills as a builder and...
Yeah.
And who knows, you may do like some kind of other build later on where you use something and maybe reshape it that you used in that build that never got to be seen,
Yeah, and I mean, of course, I'm hoping that eventually it'll actually get seen, but right. But I mean, there have been definitely things where I've done stuff that I can't even talk about that hopefully someday will see the light of day. But if they don't, like, I still had that experience, that life experience, and I had that connection, and there's some benefit made there, and maybe next time they ask and I do it, it'll be the thing that happens, it'll be that lucky break. So you just never know.
I kind of have the same attitude about YouTube, in general. Like, if it ever comes to the point where I can't do YouTube anymore and it never, my videos never saw the light of day, so to speak, they never reached a point that I was, like, truly happy with, at least, I did reach some people. I leveled up my graphics skills a lot, my talking skills, my equipment. I now have this nice microphone that I'll have forever. You know what I mean? So,
and I think that's hugely important because if you're not enjoying what you're doing just for the sake of doing it, if it ended tomorrow and you felt like you wasted time, then you should just quit. if it ends tomorrow and you say, yeah, I wish I'd gotten bigger. Yeah, I wish I'd had the success, but what an amazing experiences that I did go through. What cool people I did meet. Then it was worth it. Yeah. And if you're just waiting for the lucky break to become the next Seth Bling, that's great. I mean, obviously, we all wish that we could be the next, million subscriber guy. But if that's all that you're hoping and banking on, I think that you're in the wrong business. You know?
Yeah.
I mean, you should be here to have fun. And if you're not having fun just for the sake of where you are and what you're doing, obviously have ambitions, but.
Yeah, because it reaches a point where you poured so much time into it that now it's just too devastating if you quit.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think I said that before too. Like when I was thinking about quitting YouTube a while ago, I was like, the only thing harder than justifying still doing this is stopping doing it.
Yeah, is justifying quitting.
Justifying quitting. Yeah, basically.
But I think you can par back and say, okay, well, I need to make this my focus, but I can still do one video a week or one video a month or, whatever fits my real life schedule.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, if you're not having fun, that's what the real thing is, I think. Mm-hmm. And if you're not having cool experiences, so I'll never forget sitting in Paris and being like, what am I doing here? This is the craziest thing.
Yeah,
but
Paris. Wow.
What an amazing experience.
Where do you think it's going to be next year? This year, rather.
Well, they've said Europe, so somewhere in Europe.
London's
I might actually be able to go.
Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll be able to go. I mean, I'm planning to, and assuming that money and everything works out, somewhere in Europe, I'm going to be sitting there in November probably and going, what am I doing here?
I really didn't think I was going to be able to go. I can't afford it or anything. And then my mom asked me about it. She was like, oh, isn't Minecon happening again? I was like, yeah, but it's probably in Europe. And she was like, I've always wanted to take you to Europe. and I was like, score. I was like, yes. So maybe we'll see.
Maybe I'll wait till 2015 when it's in Anaheim.
Yeah, that would be nice. I'm hoping that actually happens.
Oh, that would be great for you guys.
Yeah.
See you in
Just
15
drive
minutes.
down there, go back home, go to sleep, come back.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
Although, staying in the hotel with your friends is part of the experience.
Yeah, that's true. Well, when I mean, at Minecon last year, I think we never even got to the hotel till 2 a.m. and then we just went to sleep anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's true. It depends, I guess, on what's going on.
The nightlife of the area as well. Orlando's a little different from, rustic England, if that's where they have it. You know what I mean?
I don't think that they could have it in rustic England. I mean, something
okay, that's true.
I mean, I mean, in Paris, Disneyland Paris is 45 minutes outside of Paris itself. So it's there's Disneyland and there's the Disneyland Village around it, and that's it.
Yeah.
So you were forced to hang out with each other because everywhere you went was other people that were there for Minecon because there was nowhere else to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll climb the Eiffel Tower, sleep up there.
Yeah,
well, no, because that was a 45-minute train ride away.
Yeah.
So most people were just stuck in the Disneyland Village. It was just weird.
Yeah.
It's Bizarro World.
Bizarre. Yeah, exactly.
It really was.
Bizarro World. That's how conventions in other countries are a lot of the times, it seems, when people from the United States and everything go there, and it's just it's so weird. It's this weird collection of group, all one group inside some country. It's
all culture
weird.
Shocked in this little bubble.
Yeah, exactly.
That was how it was in the Blackpool convention that I went to, because Blackpool is kind of like a podunk little city up in northern England, and so an American being there was pretty unusual, and they were like, "You came all the way for this?"
Yeah,
and it was a tiny little Doctor Who convention that I went to, and they were just and this was back in 2007, so it was before Doctor Who was really, really big either.
Yeah.
And,
before it was trendy.
Right, and so they were just kind of their minds were just blown. Why would this Californian come all the way to Blackpool?
Well, I remember just anybody at Minecon who wasn't American would just be this place is all the stereotypes we have incarnated. I was like, no, I promise Orlando isn't representative of America.
Right.
I swear.
Orlando is super tourist town.
Yeah. It's that's what it's supposed to be. That they built it to look like a stereotype.
But I had a lot of fun. I took I was staying with a bunch of Europeans, and so I took them to like Walmart, and like they were freaking out because it was like right after Halloween, and so all of the Halloween candy was like 50 to 75% off.
Yeah.
And they all bought like $60 worth of candy, and it was just like so much ridiculous amounts of candy.
God.
And they were like, all of my souvenir shopping is done. I'm done.
Yeah.
I took them to like a Cracker Barrel, which is like super Southern cooking, and just gave them the whole Southern South experience. It was hilarious.
Yep.
Waffle House. I took them everywhere. It was good. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds delicious. I gotta go eat.
Yeah, I should eat too. I haven't eaten today.
I gotta go to the beach.
Buy one of those $1 million houses.
Actually going to a pool after this.
To where?
Just someone's pool. Gonna jump in.
Liverpool?
Oh yeah.
Black pool.
Spleen pool.
Wait, didn't you just get back from the beach?
Yep. And before that, I was at a public pool.
What the hell's wrong with you?
I know. I've been out all day swimming.
Are you like a water?
It's like 90 degrees here. You don't understand.
Yeah,
I
we
do
do. 90
understand.
degrees is like cool in the summer. What the hell are you talking about?
Okay, it's climbing. The temperature's climbing.
Oh, sure it is. What, 91?
Yeah. Oh, it's already 92. You blinked.
Oh, wow.
Well, I hope you enjoy your pool,
Thank
I
you.
appreciate being on your podcast.
Thanks for coming. Thanks for joining.
Now, I did have one guy say, "What is Play It Forward?" So, do you want to answer that for that one guy? If they're
Yeah.
listening?
Nah.
That one guy.
Oh, wait, no. Okay.
No. Oh, okay. Never mind. Screw you
All
guys.
right, sorry, guy.
Sorry.
guy.
It's mostly we're a podcast, and we talk about the Minecraft YouTube community specifically because there's not really any other podcasts like that. I mean, the Shaft is like a Minecraft one, Minecraft is a Minecraft one, so I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
We filled kind of a slot, but
But why Play It Forward?
Play It Forward. That's a Dual Gets brainchild. You can take it away, buddy.
Well, basically, I just came up with it because it seems like a lot of people get caught up doing like YouTube and everything with Minecraft and whatever other games about like kind of just growing their own channel and what they can do for themselves to get big. And then like a lot of people kind of just forget about the kind of undiscovered gems or whatever, I guess you could say, the people that aren't getting like the attention that they probably deserve. And so what I started doing when I first started doing this before we had the podcast is I would do live streams and I'd just kind of like shout out someone, and it would just be all about like one person per live stream. Where it's like, okay, well, I'm doing this stream to bring awareness to this guy's channel because I think this guy does great stuff. He doesn't get the attention he deserves, and you guys should check him out. Here's his channel. And then I'd have them like in the stream as well. We'd talk and we'd do stuff, and I did a couple of those for a little bit before I kind of got a little bit too busy to do live streams that often. And then we came up with the idea of doing the podcast as well, where we kind of talk about different subjects and have guests on from different walks of life, I guess you could say, in terms of YouTube. We've had bigger channels, we've had smaller channels with potential, we've had people that quit YouTube, we've had what's her name? What's her name from Child's Play Charity?
Kristen.
Yes,
Yep.
we had her on the last one, and we've had
Dinnerbone.
Dinnerbone. We've had
Dinnerbone.
Seuss, one of the guys that works for Seuss that makes the Ender toys. So we kind of got the
Right.
the aspect of merchandising with Minecraft, kind of just covering all aspects of the community and trying to bring awareness to different people, different things that go on. Like like we talked about being taken advantage of. We've kind of talked about that a little bit in previous episodes of the podcast, as well as the whole convention scams and stuff like that. And just kind of give whatever little advice that we have to some of these people that are just starting out. And
Sort of like a together to the top kind of thing.
basically,
you know?
yeah.
Right. And
So
it
it's kinda
seems
like
like
Pay
you
It
guys
Forward.
are kind of saying, "Hey, here's that little channel that needs its lucky break." And we may or may not be able to give you that lucky break, but at least we want to acknowledge that you're doing good stuff.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
kinda
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. So, good. I'm
Good.
glad to be here, and I hope that more people watch you guys and get on your show.
Yeah.
Sounds like you guys are doing good work.
Thank you. Enjoy your pumpkin dinner.
I'm gonna go eat a Liverpool. I'll be right back.
Enjoy your pool.
I'm gonna eat a liver in the pool.
All right. See ya.
Bye.
Bye.
And
And
I hope you liked that interview.
I hope that you guys hated that interview. We're playing good cop, bad cop here.
All right. Yeah.
I hope you despised it.
I guess that is kind of our style, huh? I'm the good cop, you're the bad cop.
I'm the badass cop.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Well, anyways, we're kind of out of time here on the podcast. We're not going to really talk about anything today.
We're going to have to go to the grocery store, get some more spices.
Oh, yeah. Dude, you're getting peppered. No, we're done.
We're done with it.
Oregano, basil.
Yeah, we're sorry for assaulting your ears so much.
Yeah. Anyways, I just wanted to give a shout out to some people who, I don't know, I looked into their channel and they seem pretty cool. It was a question asked on the Play It Forward Ask FM. How do you promote active members of the YouTube Let's Playing community? And he shouted out the Revert via Jalen and the Sir HC. So head on over to the Play It Forward Ask FM if you want to ask any other questions. And yeah, you can see the channel names there. We'll probably link them in the description.
Yep, that's up to you.
Yeah. I'll probably, I don't know, maybe. If I'm not, if I'm not out of time. But, yeah, and just to answer the guy's question a little more, as a fan, I think, the best thing you can do to help someone is leave really great comments consistently.
Yep.
And then they'll probably end up giving back to you. That's just how I've seen it. That's just how it works. Because people really appreciate that. And then, just tell your friends about them and spread it around the internet, whenever you can. If someone mentions a Let's Player, just mention your favorite Let's Player. That's like, honestly, I know I've gotten tons of people to buy, for example, Nuclear Throne, doing that same thing, just telling people about it. So it really shouldn't be too different. Just mention to someone, check out this Let's Player. They're sure to check it out if they have time. So
another good thing probably to do is, instead of just like sharing or liking videos all the time, maybe like share a specific point in a video, like link to a certain time, and then be like, oh, this is hilarious when this guy does this in this video, you guys should check it out. And that'll give people a better chance to get to know the person doing the video and see like what they're capable of, the best parts of their videos. And
or just really anything, because if I see something on my feed that's like, oh, someone liked this video by someone else, I'm probably not going to click it. But if you write a little thing like, check out this video, it's helpful, or like this part was hilarious, then people are probably going to click that, over, just some auto tweet thing. So not that the auto tweets are bad. I'm just saying whenever you get the chance to like customize the message, go ahead and do that.
Yeah, definitely.
So that's it for the podcast. Thank you for listening.
Yep. And we just want to say, if you guys want to listen, if you guys want to hear a little bit better each time, make sure you eat your ears of corn.
Mm-hmm.
And rice-a-roni, the San Francisco treat.
See you next time.
Press the play button and you never will forget.